Welcome to the AGHORI stories. Today we are going to discuss a very important aspects of AGHORI in correlation with Western occult of Wicca, voodoo and witchcraft. As we all know that AGHORIs always carry a skull, human skull with them, and they call it the Mahakal. They worship that skull, they drink water, alcohol in that skull, they consume food in that skull, and everything has been, their entire activities is around skulls. But it's not just the AGHOR, it's also Wicca, voodoo and witchcraft which actually uses skulls. So today we are going to talk about the same. The skull has been a very important and powerful symbol throughout the history, representing death and morality, or say mortality, as well as wisdom and protection. It is no surprise then that it has become an important part of many spiritual practices including Wicca, voodoo and witchcraft. In this discussion, we will explore the various uses of the skull in these three traditions only, because most of us understand and know the importance of skull in AGHOR and Kapalik and Tantrik practices because we all are Indians. But this Western occult also uses skull, so we are going to discuss the same. We will discuss why it is such an important symbol for those who practice this kind of mystical and occult practices. Let's start with Wicca. Wicca is known as the power of protection. In Wiccan belief systems, the skull is known as the eye of protection or grimoire. It is believed to have powers over spirits and negative energies. The skull is typically used both to protect its owners from harm and to ward off any kind of potential danger also. It can also be used during spell casting rituals or meditation to help focus energy on a particular goal. Though some practitioners may find skulls intimidating at first, but due to their association with death, they are ultimately seen as a source of protection rather than a fear. If we talk about voodoo, which is also known as the power of connections, connecting with the divine powers, connecting with the deceased people and other stuff, in voodoo traditions, the skull plays an important role in connecting with ancestors or deceased loved ones. Many practitioners have used skulls in ancestor veneration ceremonies where offerings are made to honor one's ancestors and ask for protection from them in return. Skulls can also be used for divination purposes. By looking into its eye sockets, one can gain insights into questions about future events or gain insights into the past lives also. Now, when we are talking about voodoo and Wicca, we should also not forget our traditional Indian system of AGHORIs. AGHORIs are also that community who for them skull is everything. Every AGHORI must have a skull, it is said, and they use the skull for many rituals, practices at the cremation grounds across India, where most of the cremation grounds which are used for this kind of practices are Manikandan cremation ground at Varanasi, Harishchandra cremation ground of Varanasi, Mahashamshan of Tara, Mahashamshan of Kali, Kolkata, etc. And this kind of information, and it is said that the skulls can get you to the right information, to the right knowledge, to the right connect with the God also. And so in past traditions, we have been using Panchmundi Asana, which means the sitting arrangement which has 5 skulls around. And these 5 skulls not only have a human skull, they also have a crow skull, they have a monkey skull and various other creature skull also. Now we are talking about the witchcraft, the power of transformation. Finally, in witchcraft practices, The skull is seen as a powerful tool for transformation. It serves as a reminder that life changes constantly and encourages practitioners to embrace change when necessary instead of clinging to outdated ways of thinking or doing things. Additionally, some witches are using skulls during the magical workings related to healing or bringing abundance into one's life by visualizing energy entering through the eye socket stand flowing outward from there like rays from the sun. They believe that positive changes can be manifested easily. And so, if we conclude this topic, it's clear, and regardless of which magical tradition you follow, whether Wicca, Voodoo, witchcraft, Aghor, Kapalik, Tantrik, the skull has much significance attached to it, both mystical and practical, making it an invaluable tool for spiritual growth and development with these practices. When our research team started the research of the importance of skull in all the Western occults, we found that there are museums in England where all the valuable products owned by some of the biggest witches of Europe are kept and maintained and restored so that the people can understand the mystical references of this particular stuff. And believe me, if you are afraid of the skull, stop getting afraid of a skull. I don't say you get a skull at your place, but if you see a skull in someone's hand, don't be afraid, don't go back, just go in front and embrace the reality of the life, because after your death, your head is also going to get converted into a skull, and all your intellects are going to remain present in the skull till the Kapal Kriya, if the Kapal Kriya has not been done. And the Kapal Kriya is a format, is a process where the person who is into the cremation ground breaks the skull through a stick during the cremation, during the funeral. And that is known as Kapal Kriya, because if the Kapal Kriya has not taken place and the skull is found in its own variant, then it can be used by Aghoris, Tantriks, and any or the every practitioners across Western or Eastern mysticism. Guys, if you have liked this small video to get quick knowledge about the importance of skull in all Western occults and Eastern occults, do let us know. You can also let us know about the subjects which you want to know, and our research team is ready to work on your subjects and create content video which are absolutely original with references from across the world, from all the libraries, from all practical information, from all rituals, etc. We have been working hard connecting with Wicca professionals, Voodoo professionals, and witchcraft professionals across the world, along with the Aghoris in India. So if you really like this video, please share with those who understand the importance of this knowledge. These videos are only created for the purpose of information, and we want you to be aware about our ancient occult and mysticism information from across the world and not just India. Thanks. This is your friend and author Maulik Buch with aghoristories.com. You can also log into aghoristories.com and you can find so many relatable articles related to Aghor, occult, etc., which are actually some brilliant pieces of information which are concise and written on the portal. Thank you. Om Namah Shivaya.